I'm always on call. I'm always on call. I'm the commander of first responders team in my area where I live, the anti-terror team, and I'm part of an elite paratroopers unit in the IDF. And in 2006, while running this day camp, and I get called out, and I pick up the phone and what's going on, and they say, you're drafted. When I was leaving the house, I gave my wife a hug and kiss goodbye, and put my hands on my children's head to give them a blessing like you do on Friday night, and the fingers are shaking. Because reality is people don't come back from war. We ended up in an apple orchard, I don't know, 37 kilometers in. We were hiding out. We got an order to go after the marketplace, the kasbah of the area, and we were hit very, very badly. So the medic then came up to me and we were checking my vest and my bag and ripped out a piece of shrapnel out of my bag, which should have cut me in half. So we trekked back to Israel all night long. We haven't eaten anything, we haven't slept, there was nothing going on. We arrived over the border, we collapsed, literally collapsed. And we were alone. And the IDF says, we can't come pick you up from the border. We're scared of missile fire. So keep walking in. And we just couldn't move. We had no energy left. So we collapsed. And then we hear a motor coming, and a Jeep and a trailer is driving up from the Israeli side. On the top of the Jeep, it says, we love the IDF. And we're rubbing our eyes because for 2 weeks we haven't heard Hebrew, we haven't seen civilians. And this Jeep drives up, and the guy gets out of the front, and he says in Hebrew, welcome home. What do you guys need? And we're like, water, food. He goes back to the trailer, starts pulling out juice and water and soda and sandwiches and chocolate. I will never forget that chocolate. I walk over to this guy and I grab him. I'm looking for wings on his back. Who are you? And he says his name is Rami Landau. His father's name is David Landau. And they have an organization called Standing Together. And their goal is wherever IDF soldiers are, they'll be there for them. And around 3 years ago, David Landau, the head of this organization, calls me up and he says, Ari, what are you doing? And I said, I'm in high tech. He goes, oh. I said, what's wrong? He goes, we're looking for someone to help us run the organization. So I said, can you hold on 1 second? And I put him on hold, picked up my other phone, called my office, and quit, like in a fraction of a second. The IDF has given us full clearance to go into any training areas, and we go into the most remote areas where no civilians get to. And we're buying a new truck now that's able to go to these areas and supply over 3,500 IDF soldiers on a daily basis. We felt so alone until that guy came up to the border. We want to find people who really understand that the men and women of the IDF are keeping all of us safe. That's what I'm doing 25 hours a day.